Welcome to the Get Up Guys Daily Dose Podcast.
Get up, guys. Raise your voices to the skies. Get up, guys. In His name we rise.
When I started this podcast, I made a decision. I wasn't going to just talk about the areas I've already mastered. That podcast would have wrapped up in less than a week. Instead, I said, God, if you're still working on me, then I'm going to be honest about that. Open about the areas where I'm still growing. And one of those areas that's been heavy on my mind lately is margin. I'm talking about the space in your life, mental, emotional, physical, to breathe, to think, to rest. Most of us men don't have it. We live with our calendars packed, our inboxes overflowing, and our to-do lists haunting us in our sleep. But here's the truth. There are only so many hours in the day, and you will not be able to do everything you want to do and everything you think you need to do. Something's got to give, or eventually you will. So here's my 4-part prescription. 1, protect your yes. Jesus said, let your yes be yes and your no be no. If you say you're going to do something, do it. But be honest with yourself before you say yes. Too many of us say yes to everything because we're afraid of letting people down or because we're chasing affirmation. But every yes is a no to something else. If you say yes to every meeting, project, or coffee chat, you're saying no to your health, your family, your sanity, or your time with God. You don't have to be rude about it, but sometimes the most godly answer is, I'd love to, but I can't. 2, address your stress. You know when you're stretched too thin. You feel it in your body. You hear it in your tone with your kids or your wife. Don't ignore it. Don't pretend it'll fix itself. When Moses was overwhelmed, his father-in-law told him to delegate, to stop carrying it all alone. That advice still works today. What are you doing that someone else could help with? Maybe even do better. 3, make time for rest. You were not built to run nonstop. God Himself rested, and He's perfect. We are not. I used to try to be both a night owl and an early riser, but lately I've been going to bed around 9:30. Game changer. If you think about it, this was at the heart of Sabbath. Rest and rely on the Lord. Otherwise, you eventually break, period. 4, don't obsess on being the best. Now listen, excellence is great, growth is important, but your worth isn't based on performance. Don't exhaust yourself trying to prove you're worthy of love. And don't be so prideful that you believe you're the only one who can do everything. That's not humility. It's a hidden form of ego. All right, so let's put it all together. All the ways we're going to create margin in our lives. Protect your yes, address your stress, make time for rest, and don't obsess on being the best. Remember, you're not all powerful or omnipresent, neither am I. If we were, we'd be God, and we're not. But we are fearfully and wonderfully made, beloved by our Heavenly Father. So rest well in knowing that you're enough.
Get up, guys. Raise your voices to the sky.